Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jordan. For those of you who do, thanks for coming back. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through my normal skincare routine. I get a lot of questions about what I do to take care of my skin. I have really acne prone skin and I do everything I can to make sure I take care of it, to make sure that I avoid breakouts, that I take care of breakouts when I do get them and avoid scarring, and then just normal upkeep to keep my skin looking fresh and glowy. So this is my fresh skin. I don't have any makeup on right now. I just washed my face and moisturized, so this is what I look like before I put all my makeup on. So if you're interested in knowing how I take care of my skin, then let's get started. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take you guys through my routine in order of how I do it. I feel like that makes the most sense. So to get started, what do I do? First thing, every night I remove my makeup, and my go-to makeup remover products right now are the Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup remover and the Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balm. This one I really love when I have a lot of eye makeup on, anything that's waterproof, gel liners, glitter, anything like that. This just melts it all away really easily. So I just take a little bit on the back of my nail and I just rub it on my eye, and then I use a cotton pad to take it off, and then I'll take that same cotton pad and I will wet it with this, and then I'll go over my eyes one last time and then all over the rest of my face and just remove everything. So after my makeup is gone, I feel like my eyes, are good. I don't have any leftover mascara or eyeliner that I can cleanse. So I use two cleansers. The first I use is an oil cleanser. This is a Kiehl's oil cleanser. It's the Midnight Recovery Botanical Cleansing Oil. And I haven't always used cleansing oils. I just recently introduced this into my routine about a month ago. And honestly, I have no idea how I was living before. So what you do is you just take a few drops into the palm of your hand, you rub it together, and then you just go all over your face like this. You can use it in the eye area, up the neck. It feels a little dry at first, but that's okay, it's supposed to. Next, you'll put a couple drops of water in your hands, and then you'll go over your face again, and it starts to emulsify and break down any leftover makeup that your makeup remover maybe didn't get, and then you can rinse your face. So I love this stuff. I highly recommend introducing a cleansing oil into your nighttime skincare routine if you haven't already. Next, I use my Sanitas Enzymatic Foaming Cleanser. I use this morning and night. So at night, after I take off my makeup and I use my oil cleanser, I use this. And then in the mornings, this is the first thing that I use. So this is for combination skin because I get oily throughout my T-zone and a little bit dry everywhere else. So this is a really nice active cleanser. It helps to just break down dirt, oil, bacteria, and also eats away at like dead skin without scrubbing them away. So I really love this cleanser. So I just do 2 pumps on my fingers, cleanse as normal, making sure that I get my neck area as well, and rinse. And then I always pat my skin dry. I always try to avoid like any kind of excessive rubbing of the skin. So after I cleanse, I tone. And I also haven't always used a toner before, but I've recently introduced 2 into my routine as well, and I will never go back to not toning. I feel like it's so important now. So I use the Kiehl's Cucumber Herbal Alcohol-Free Toner, and I use the Sanitas Beta Clarifying Solution Toner as well. So the Sanitas toner is super active, and even you can, when you have like a product and you can just smell like how potent it is, that's this. This one is an alcohol-free, really calming toner. So what I do is I use the Kiehl's always in the mornings, and then I'll use the Sanitas about 3 times a week and use the Kiehl's the other times a week, the other days that I don't use this Sanitas one. So the Kiehl's is really calming, the Sanitas is really active, so I just want to make sure that I'm letting my skin breathe and get a break, and I'm not like constantly just bombarding it with like tons of really harsh stuff. So the purpose of a toner is to help with evening out your skin tone, and it's crazy how even after I take my makeup off, I cleanse twice, and then I go over, I just wet a cotton pad with the product, and I just go over my face and my neck, and it's crazy even how much residue is still coming up off of my skin. So I feel like cleansing is great, your makeup remover is great, but there is still just a little bit of leftover stuff, and I feel like toner just kind of helps get the rest off and really helps even out your skin tone. So super important. If you don't use a toner now, I also highly recommend looking into something that works for you. Next, I go in with my eye cream. Never, ever, ever skip your eye cream. I don't care how old you are or if you have bags or dark circles or not. The skin underneath your eyes is like really thin and really sensitive, so you can't really use products that are safe for your whole face aren't always necessarily safe for right under your eyes. So an eye cream is important just to get that moisture, help with the bags, help with the fine lines, but something that is meant for that really thin, really sensitive skin under the eyes. So I use the Sanitas Essential Eye Essence. This one's really nice. I just do half a pump on my, ring fingers, rub it together, warm the product up, and then just lightly under the eyes, tap really lightly. And the reason that you use your ring finger is because you have the least control of your ring fingers, and you want to be like as gentle as possible around your eyes. You don't want to be rubbing, you don't want to be like tapping super hard, because like I said, that skin is really, really thin and really sensitive. So next, after I've cleansed, I've toned, I've got my eye cream on, I go in with a Sanitas Brightening Peel Pads. Now, I don't use these every single day. I probably use them 2 to 3 times a week. They're kind of expensive, and they're also really potent as well. So this has a few different kinds of acids in it, and it's meant to help with just brightening your skin tone, especially if you have like any type of pigmentation from breakouts or sunspots. It can really help to lighten it up. So what I do is I actually cut the pads in half. I don't have any cut in here right now because I just used the last one, but I don't feel like I need a whole pad for my face, basically. So I cut them in half, and I just gently rub it and focus it in areas where I do have some discoloration. So that is usually my cheeks and my jawline is where I break out the most and I really get the most discoloration. So I do that before I go in with my moisturizers and my serums and everything like that. The next thing I'll do after I use my brightening pads is I'll go in with vitamin K. This is super calming and it helps with any redness. So if I have a blemish or an area that's kind of like inflamed, red, it's kind of raging a little bit, I'll just spot treat with a little bit of the vitamin K. And similar with the eye cream, I just do half a pump on my fingers, rub it together, warm the product up, and just use it kind of as a spot treatment anywhere where I have redness. I also will sometimes go like right on the nose right here. I'll get a little bit red there sometimes also. So next, my favorite part are serums, oils, and moisturizers. This is what I feel like gives you that just gorgeous glow, dewy, like fresh look. And I love that look, especially if I'm like not wearing any makeup. I still feel confident because my skin is just radiant and glowy, and that's important to me. So first are my serums. I alternate between 2. At night, I use the Kiehl's Powerful Strength Line Reducing Concentrate. This has vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, so it is extremely, extremely moisturizing and nourishing. The reason I don't use this one in the mornings is because it's really creamy and it's really thick, and sometimes I feel like when I use this and then I put my makeup on, I feel like my makeup kind of starts to like melt off at the end of the day. So I use this one at night, and then I use the Henriksen Truth Serum in the mornings. So this one is more gel based. It smells really good, like oranges. So I love using it in the morning, kind of just like wakes me up. I feel refreshed, and it just soaks right into the skin. And I don't feel like this one leaves as much of a residue as the Kiehl's. So I alternate between those. Next, I use my facial oils. These are probably my favorite. These are also something that I've recently started incorporating into my skincare routine, and I will never ever go back to not using an oil. Like, no, never. I'll never do that. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. I wish I could like drink them. I would never drink them, but you know, that's how much I love them. So in the mornings, I use the Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. This is super nice. It smells good. Let's see, it has ginger root, sunflower, and tamanu. I think that's how you say it. and it helps correct the visible appearance of skin fatigue. So this is just gonna help your skin like be bright, radiant. It's not gonna look dull or just like being down or anything like that. So I just take a few drops in the palms of my hands, and then I just press it into my skin like this, always making sure I go up the neck. If I am ever rubbing, I'm going up. I'm not ever rubbing down because gravity is already pulling my skin down, and I don't want to help it anymore sagging later. So I use this one in the mornings, and you'll also sometimes see me mix a drop or two of this into my foundation, which I love. Next, at night, I use the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate. This is a replenishing elixir of pure essential oils to visibly restore the appearance of skin by morning. So similarly to the Kiehl's cleansing oil, this stuff smells so good. It's just like super relaxing. It's something where like when you put it on at night and you just like take a deep breath, you can just like feel all of the stress of the day like melting away, like your shoulders relax, you don't feel tense anymore. Like it's one of those. So same thing, I just put a few drops in my palms, rub them together, and then I just press it all over the skin. So oils, if you don't have those, get them, okay? Just do it. You will thank yourself later. Next, I moisturize. I also alternate between two moisturizers here. I don't know, I feel like I just always alternate products. I don't know, it just like keeps my skin like fresh. My skin, I don't feel like is getting used to it or is like overloaded with one product or another, so that's what I do. If you don't like it, fine, you can choose one or just choose what's good for you. Like everybody's skin is different. What works for me may not work for you, but I feel like it's always helpful to know what people use and why. Try it out, see if you like it. I always will opt for like the smaller bottle first. So for instance, like this comes in an even bigger bottle. My moisturizers, this one comes in a huge jar. This is the travel size. This is that oil cleanser. This is the travel size. I always opt for the smaller size first. Give it like a test run, try it out. If I like it, then I'll go back and buy the bigger bottle once the smaller one is gone. But there's no harm in just like A, saving money, not getting the huge bottle, and B, like trying something out and just seeing if it works for you. In a lot of places, like if it doesn't work, they will take it back. So always check into the return policy or ask for samples. Like Kiehl's, I know, does tons of samples when you go into their store. So always like just do your research and find out what works for you. There is something for everybody. So after my little rant there, we can go into moisturizers. This is my morning time moisturizer. It's the old Henriksen Sea Rush Brightening Gel Cream. This one also smells like oranges. It smells so good. I could like eat it for breakfast. It's gel based, and I just take a little bit on the back of my nail, and then I just gently rub it into my skin, let it soak in. This one's really nice because it is gel based. It can be used, it can kind of like double as a primer right before you put your makeup on. So if you're not the primer type girl or you're just like in a rush, you can just throw this on and just get after it with your makeup routine. In the evenings, I use the old Henriksen Transform. This is the Sheer Transformation Perfecting Moisturizer. This really helps if you have dark spots, fine lines, things like that. So I really like to use this one at night to just kind of give my skin that extra little boost that it needs after a long day of like wearing makeup and taking it off and cleansing and things like that. I feel like this just helps to like calm everything and just take care of everything for the evening. So this one is not gel based, it's like more of a normal moisturizer. So same thing at night, I just take a little bit on the back of my nail and just hit the face with it. Lastly, this is the last part of my normal skincare routine, and it's a spot treatment. And what I use is Desert Essence 100% tea tree oil. So the reason I use this is because it's completely natural, and tea tree oil is an antibacterial. So what I do when I have a breakout is I just open the bottle, which I actually hate the smell of this. Like sometimes it makes me gag, but I feel like it works so well, so I use it. But I just dip a Q-tip right in there, and then I just spot treat anywhere where I have like a blemish. If I have a raised blemish and I put this on at night and go to bed, boom, in the morning it's like almost completely down, it's almost completely gone. It is amazing. And I've used so many other spot correctors and spot treatments, and I hate how they make my skin so flaky, so red, and a lot of the times I don't really even feel like they're that effective. Like, all they do is just make my skin flake, and that's not really what I'm after here. So I love the tea tree oil because it's natural, it's safe, and it doesn't make my skin like flaky or slough off or anything, and it actually takes care of the blemish. So I've heard like mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. I love it. So I just got this at like my local grocery store. So if you want to give it a try, I highly recommend, especially if you have acne prone skin. Okay, so that covers it for my normal morning and evening skincare routine. I know it's a lot, but it's always worth it to take care of your skin. I never, ever go to bed without taking my makeup off. Like, I'm such a freak about it because there's just something about like waking up in the morning with fresh skin, and it's so bad for your skin to sleep with your makeup on. So I'm kind of high maintenance about it, but that's okay. Like, I've accepted it. You can accept it too. It's fine. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about are masks, because I'm a huge mask person. I probably mask like 4 or 5 days a week usually, like at night, in the mornings, in the shower, you name it, I'm masking. So I'm just gonna go over a few of my favorites with you guys. First things first, before I mask, I always use this. It's kind of extra, but I got it on Amazon for like $20. And this is a facial steamer. So you just fill it up with water, press the button, and boom, it starts to steam. It's so nice. I'll even sometimes add like a little bit of lavender essential oils if I'm masking at night. It just kind of like helps me relax. And then you just like sit and you just let the steam hit your face. And I always do that before I mask because it helps to open up your pores, and it helps your skin to release like dirt, bacteria that it's holding onto in your pores, which is really great if you're using a cleansing mask, because that helps it to like really pull everything out of your pores. And then it also helps your skin to absorb any product you're putting on it, which is super great if you're doing like a moisturizing mask or anything like that. So I always try and steam. You don't have to. I know it's kind of extra, but I love it. I love the effects it has, and it just makes me feel good. So why not? So the first mask I use is this Kiehl's Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask. It's got Amazonian clay in it, so it's a clay-based mask. This is a cleansing mask. What I do is I just take a flat paddle brush and I just apply the mask all over my face, usually focusing where I feel like I have bigger pores and a lot of blackheads, which is usually like my nose and my cheeks, and a lot of times like around my jawline. So just put this on, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then I'll just rinse it off. Super nice. I don't use this all the time, maybe like once a week, but I love this one. The next mask that I use is the Sanitas Papaya Pineapple Mask. This is an enzymatic mask, so similar to my Enzymatic cleanser, it's active and it's going to slough off and get all that dead skin, dirt, bacteria, oil and stuff off of your skin without scrubbing it, because like I talked about before, scrubbing is a hard no. So I love this mask. What I do, it's cream based, so I'll just put 2 pumps on my hands when I'm in the shower, put it on my face because this one is steam activated, and it needs to sit for like 15 minutes. So I'll just put it on and then finish whatever I need to finish in the shower, and then just rinse it off. And if I don't have time to do it in the shower, I will just use the steamer, but usually I do. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 in the shower. And the next masks that I love are sheet masks. Right now I have the Garnier Skin Active Moisture Balm masks. I also love the Tatcha mask, the Lancome. They have a really amazing sheet mask. Kind of anything. I'm always down to try a new sheet mask. But I love just putting these on, chilling for 10 minutes. I love that I can just take it off and rub in the excess. There's no rinsing, there's nothing. I love that. So masks are always a super great option, especially if you have like a big event, you know you're gonna be getting your picture taken. It's always nice to just like do a little something extra to just like prep the skin. So that covers it for my skincare routine, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, let me know down in the comments. I will be there answering, and always remember to just research and find out what works for you, because like I said before, what works for me may not work for you, but I always like to share because I feel like it's always helpful to have somebody that you can be like, oh, they may have similar skin to me, and this is what they use, so I'm gonna try it. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you like it, be sure to give a thumbs up, and always don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be notified when I post more videos. Bye, guys.